Hello, day 19 of the Advent Peach calendar. And yeah, at the time of recording it is 21:10. Yeah, the phone call yesterday ended up being delayed a little because of IT problems they had. So yeah, I stayed awake for longer than I should. But I mean, I feel fine now because I slept basically from 3:30 to, well, like 30 minutes ago. What is this? Clear Whey. Oh no, lemon lime. That does not sound tasty. Alright, well, I'll make a glass of this and we'll see. Don't shake it. Yeah, I put this in a shaker first and tried to shake it and it started foaming. So don't do that. So I poured it I poured it into a glass and started stirring. And I waited until all the foam had gone down. Yeah, I mean, it smells like a lemon lime Sprite, which I don't have high hopes, but let's see how it tastes. Yeah, it's not horrific. I could finish that, but it's not very good. But I can finish it. So yeah, let's see what's happening. Alright, some comments. I'll start with Duplain. Next time you are in a 3D platformer mood, could you do a playthrough of Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy? The cool thing is that there is a full PC recomp project, so it runs flawlessly on PC. YouTube is being a bitch and not letting me post links. But if you like, I can send you a link on this Steam or Discord. Also, send it on Discord. Let's see, I'll open Discord, because I think I have you added, right? If I have you added, and when Discord opens, I'll send you a message. Or you know what? You send me a message saying that it's you. I think that would be better. Send a message on Discord. And I'll check it out. I'll probably do a first look. Let's say that. I'll at least do a first look. Jak and Daxter. I mean, I recognize the name. Was it the PlayStation 2 game? That was kind of like Ratchet and Clank. Because I remember playing Ratchet and Clank. And I think this was a game that was kind of like that. I never owned it, but I think one of my friends did. Precursor Legacy, yeah. 2000, PlayStation 2. I mean, I did not play it in 2001 because I was only 5 years old back then. I think I remember playing it when I was like 7 or 8. Then again, I don't know, when was the PlayStation 2 released in Sweden? But, I'll check it out. If you add me on Discord, all that. Cool Dude 0001. I think I already answered all that. And then Lasul said something about Tails Get Trolled. Okay, so I've done those. And the Tails Get Trolled, I've added to my backlog of things. You know what? I might check that out. Because a couple days ago, I think 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, I don't remember when, but my mom and I watched Joker 2. And we hated it. Man, that was bad. And as I was watching it, I kind of like, oh wait, yeah, I remember reading something about this and this, so yeah, no, I had heard things about it, but I had forgotten until I started seeing it on screen. I was like, oh yeah, I remember Someone mentioned that it was a musical. It is not a musical at all. If it was an actual musical, I might have enjoyed it. Well, if it was the same way it was now, but a musical, probably wouldn't. But they sing a lot, but the singing doesn't really push the story forward. It's just them actually singing in like the real life of the movie, right? That as they're talking to someone, they just start singing. The other person is like, wait, this person is, why is he singing? Oh, because they're crazy. No, if it was a musical, it would have been a complete musical set. Like, because in a musical, they don't really know that they're singing. You know, it's just a way to push the story along, you know. I like theater. The musicals, I like them. And, you know, Shrek the musical, SpongeBob the musical, Mio Min Mio, but that was more of a theater play than a musical. But I like musicals. Or at least the few that I watched, I should say, because there was a musical with oh god, what's he called? A guy. Did he play the gladiator? And I didn't like that one. Anyways. But I did like there was a musical that was really, really good. It came out like 2002, 2001. About a guy playing a piano. Anyways. I mean, saying that I like good musicals. Let's say that. I like good movies. But anyways. Joker 2. It felt like the director did not like that people liked the Joker in the first movie. So he made sure to be like, no, he's not the Joker. Don't go against the system, because if you go against the system, this is what happens. Just be a loyal slave. That's kind of like what I got from the movie. I was like, Like, I liked that we, like, I don't know, like, I don't tend to like superhero movies. So when I've watched the first Joker movie, it's like, it's not a superhero film, you know, it's... Anyway, I liked the first one. The second one was horrific. And I barely remember now much about it other than, man, my mom and I hated it. Yeah, and also I have been watching SecretLevel. Amazon show, like animation on. It's by the people who did Love, Death and Robots on Netflix. And that series that they do is actually pretty interesting because it's kind of like... It feels like pilot shows for what's called. Yeah, I just feel like a bunch of pilots, which is nice. There are things that you, as a consumer, wouldn't normally see. It would be something they would send out to people that they would watch, so that they could hire them, and then the actual show would happen. Because oftentimes, actual pilots tend to differ from the actual finished products, right? The actual show itself is more of just a concept, and I like that. And they're well animated. I've only watched 3 so far. I watched the Pac-Man one, I've watched the Warhammer one, and I have watched the Dungeons and Dragons one. The Pac-Man one is the one that I would say, like, I really enjoyed. The 40k one was like, it was okay, like a 6 out of 9. And then the Dungeons and Dragons one was a 4 out of 9. The Warhammer one, obviously the setting of it, I'm a bit more interested in the setting of Warhammer, even though I don't like Space Marines, but I was saying that I don't like Space Marines is a bit wrong. Like, I don't like the over-reliance on Space Marines. I think they work better as an auxiliary thing to an actual story. They should never be the main thing in a story outside of like video games. I think in a video game that's fine because it's power fantasy, but it's so boring watching Space Marine anything because they're just standing still, shooting, getting shot, nothing matters. Like, they're so OP that it's extremely boring. But it was well animated. And then the very end there with the guy who had recruited Titus. So like it was a little bit of like some cute things right there. I was like, okay. That was fine. Dungeons and Dragons one, the audio mixing was very weird on that one. When they were speaking, it was super low. Except for when the dragon spoke, it was super loud, and the music very loud. Like, yeah, no, it was weird. But I mean, I enjoyed it in the beginning part up until they got to the bridge. You know, the bridge looked great. After that, I started getting bored. And that's why it's got like a 4 out of 9. And then Pac-Man 1, which, weird enough, was the shortest one. It had a story, you know, with Pac-Man being trapped in the maze. Basically creating these clones to try and escape. Like, it was nice. And apparently there's a new game coming out. There's like a Metroidvania about, I guess, that concept. Because obviously all of these are based off of video games. With the Warhammer 1 being based off, you know, Space Marine 2. Based on, you know what I mean, related to Space Marine 2 specifically. Which is why, well, you're obviously gonna get a Space Marine. So there's 15 episodes. I watched 3. I'll probably watch another one after this. Probably gonna watch Sifu. It Takes a Life. That's probably the one I'm gonna watch. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.